Alright, folks, I am here with you live for a Q&A session. My name is Hot with L, also known as Pastor Holt, formerly known as Zillaman. I didn't mean to hit that. But I just thought I would come on here and answer some questions so that you get to understand a little bit about me and a little bit about what's going on with me. And so, first of all, I want to answer this question. It says, where is your favorite place to go on vacation? Well, my favorite place to go on vacation would technically be the beach because I'm afraid of heights. And that's why I don't go toward the mountains, so to speak. It's because I'm afraid of heights. Then, like, how many countries have you been to? One. That's the USA. One country. That's all I've ever been to. Never been anywhere else. Not to say that I wouldn't like to go somewheres. I'd love to go to Japan because I'm a big Godzilla fan, and so therefore I would love to go to Japan where I keep hitting that. And so I'd love to go to Japan. The birthplace of Godzilla. Let's see, another question here. What is your favorite TV show? Ooh, I like Star Trek, but I also like Stargate. That's a hard toss-up between the two. Yeah, that'd be a hard toss-up between the two. Let me get some background music here going for us, so we can have something playing in the background. Very faintly. Have I ever met a celebrity? No. I've not. Who is your favorite actor? I love Sir Patrick Stewart, Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Enterprise, or in some cases, Professor Xavier from the X-Men. What was my favorite childhood toy? My favorite childhood toy. Anything Godzilla. Anything Godzilla, of course. Naturally. The last movie I cried to? Passion of the Christ? Made me cry. Yeah, I'd have to say that made me cry. Let me see, what's the next question? Which movie did I watch last? One of the last few movies I watched was Godzilla vs. Kong, which came out just recently. I have every Godzilla movie. Just go ahead and say this. I've got every Godzilla movie from the 1954 version all the way through to the Godzilla vs. Kong made here in America, which they're fixing to make another one in Japan come next year. Do you enjoy roller coasters? No. No, I do not enjoy roller coasters because I'm afraid of heights. What is my biggest fear? I'm afraid of heights. That's pretty self-explanatory, I guess, there. What is a talent nobody knows you have? Well, I really don't have a talent that nobody don't know I have. I play guitar, and I play piano for the church. I guess those are talents, but people know about them. I like to write stories from time to time, but again, that's not a talent that people don't know about. I'm pretty open with what I do. I'll go ahead and say this too. I'm a preacher, a pastor of a church. Been pastoring a church for approximately 1 year, give or take a few months. So we've been in this thing now for over a full year. Do you enjoy shopping at the mall or online? I would prefer to shop in the store rather than online. I like getting out and about. Coffee or tea? Neither. Give me some Dr. Pepper. Don't like coffee, and I don't like tea. So, Dr. Pepper all the way for me. You'll see that even in my streams where I'm actually saying Dr. Pepper this and Dr. Pepper that, and how Dr. Pepper is the greatest thing on earth. Would I go to outer space? Of course. I would go to outer space. Duh. I mean, who wouldn't? It's to infinity and beyond. It's uh, voyages we don't understand and know about. Star Trek, yes, I know I'm afraid of heights. That kind of contradicts itself, doesn't it? But I think for that moment, I'd be able to do it just because it'd be cool. Chances of me going to outer space ain't happening anytime soon. Um, who can you tell everything to? My wife. That's pretty much who I can tell everything to. How long would you last on a deserted island? Huh. How long would I last on a deserted island? Um, I don't really know. Rightly. I think I could last for a little while, at least until I starve to death or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That would be a hard one. That would be very hard. I'm not sure exactly on how I would do on that one. I really don't. Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible? Oh. Well, if invisible, nobody would see you, so you could do whatever you wanted, I guess. But um, if I could fly, I wouldn't be afraid of heights. So I'd probably go. I'd be able to fly, so I wouldn't be afraid of heights. How many pets do you want? I got one dog. Her name is Foxy. She sits here behind me normally when I stream. Sometimes you'll see her sitting over there at that heater back yonder. And I don't want another one. How many oceans have I been in? One? One ocean? I guess. As far as that goes. What's the best part about being your age? About being 35? Best part about being your age? Wisdom. Wisdom. What is your dream job? What is my dream job? I guess you could say I dream to be a video maker. As far as being able to make my own videos, movies. What is the best thing about where you live? I'm out in the country, so that's one of the best things I live. And I live also here in the USA, from the United States of America. It's the only country I've ever been in was the United States of America. And the best thing about being here is that I live in the country. I live in a place where you can see the deers and the animals moving about. It's pretty cool. And the freedom that we have so far, even though some of that's slipping away slowly, the freedom we have here in America. What was your favorite school subject? English. English. I loved English. Even though I don't English correctly, I loved English. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Where would you go first if you could teleport? Japan. If I could teleport, I'd go to Japan. That'd be where I'd go. See what else. Have I ever ding-dong ditched? No, I've never done that. Never. Now, there was a time when I was growing up, we used to have telephones where you actually could pick up the telephone line and make a phone call. And what you would do is you'd pick it back up. What you'd do is you'd pick up the phone, you'd dial your home number, hang up the phone real quick, and then when it would ring, you'd pick it back up and answer it. So there were times when I would pick up the phone, dial the home number real quick, hang it back up, and then wait for somebody else in the house to pick it up, thinking somebody called when nobody was actually there. I have done that. I'm just going through looking at some of these questions here. What is your favorite drink? Dr. Pepper done said that. Morning routine would be I get up normally and I go to the restroom and get that all out of the way. And then normally I do dishes and stuff like that, get all that stuff out of the way. and then get myself ready for the day. Study a little bit. Being a pastor, have to take time to study to be able to minister the gospel to those that are in need. And then after studying and all that, I have time for me, and so I sit down and normally me and my lovely wife, Mudn-Witya, normally uh, play some video games together, different ones. Right now we're in the Red Dead Redemption. Favorite breakfast food? Forget it. I don't have a favorite breakfast food. Probably won't never have a favorite breakfast food. Do I consume a lot of caffeine? I drink Dr. Pepper. That ought to tell you something. Um, what fear do you want to conquer? I'd love to conquer the fear of heights. My favorite TV show growing up was probably Family Matters with Steve Urkel. Favorite social media app? I don't know. I have Facebook. I have Twitter. I have YouTube. I have uh, Discord. Um, so I've got. Uh, it's probably a toss-up between Twitter and Facebook, I would have to say. How long would you survive a zombie apocalypse? Well, one, if this was to happen, um, I'm probably going to be the first thing that they're going to try to come toward. Second, the reason that would be is because I don't think I could run very far before I'd get out of breath. And third of all, only a day, day and a half, maybe 2 days, depending on how far they were away from me. Do you like cold or warm weather better? Um, I like warm weather. I don't like hot weather, but I like warm weather. And I definitely don't like cold weather at all. So that right there. Um, have I ever stayed up all night? Of course. I stream at 2 o'clock in the morning. Why wouldn't I stay up all night long? What is your favorite? What was my favorite school subject? Again, was English. Some of these questions are just kind of. Let me see if I can find one that's a little different. Would you ever skydive? No. No, that's a big negative right there. No, 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 no. Not me. Now I'll skydive if somebody sticks me in an airplane and gives me some Dramamine or something other that puts me to sleep, knocks me out, and they throw me out of the plane. That might be one way without. I ain't getting them. No, 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 no. Who knows me better than anyone right now would be my wife, Mudn-Witya. Hamburgers or pizza? Pizza probably for me. Hamburgers is okay. I'm not very big on hamburgers. I mean, I eat them, but I'm not big on them. Ice cream or cookies? Ice cream. I like ice cream. My wife would say cookies. She likes cookies. Um, what video game do you play the most? Minecraft was probably the most played video game I think I've played. Apart from right now the Red Dead Redemption, I also love Breath of the Wild, but probably Minecraft is the most played video game um, that I that I have. Um, so I'm just going through looking at some of these questions to see what's what. See if there's anything else that catches my eye. Favorite color is red. Um, also, uh, black is not a bad color for me. I do like black as well, but red and black would probably be my two favorite colors. Do I like indoors or outdoors better? Depends on where I'm at. Really depends on where I'm at. Um, put me at the beach. I don't mind being outside. I don't mind being in the mountains. I don't mind being up there and looking at all the sceneries outdoors. Um, it just depends where I'm at. If I was in a big city, I'd say indoors probably. What food is your favorite? I love spaghetti, but I really like Japanese food, so I probably have to say Japanese food. I really like Japanese food. And as far as dessert would go, I would say banana pudding. Do you like playing video games? Duh, I stream. Come on. That would be a self-explanatory question there. Are you a good singer? Well, I don't know about being good, but I do try to make a noise. I do sing from time to time. Even in the stream, you'll hear me sing from time to time. Do you have any regrets? Um, well, this is one of those questions that I feel like is a toss-up. If you say yes, then you've regretted something. But I also look at it this way, as far as regrets go. Those were processes and stepping stones to get where you are today, to help you become who you are today. So without those places that you've done things that you quote unquote regret, you wouldn't be the person you are today. So I don't know if I really regret anything as far as that goes. Would you ever start your own business? Maybe. How many cousins do I have? Too many to list. Way too many to list. What is your favorite book? War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Also, I want to say that's one of my favorite books to read, but the Bible is also top of the list. Let me say that too. Where do you like to stay up late? Duh. Self-explanatory again. Would you rather live in a city or country? Country. I'd rather live in the country. Cats or dogs? Dogs are better. Apartment or house? I'd rather live in a house. Have lived in an apartment before, but I'd rather live in a house. Lake or ocean? I can take either one. Mountains or jungle? Mountains. I'd be afraid I'd get eaten alive in the jungle. How tall are you? I'm about 6 foot even. Where would someone find you on a hot summer day? Near the air condition. That's probably where I'd be found. Favorite holiday? Christmas. I love Christmas. Favorite season? Probably, I'm gonna say spring, where it's not so hot, it's not so cold. Do you like hot dogs or hamburgers? I love hot dogs. Hot dogs all the way. Chili, slaw, ketchup, so good. Man, there's a lot of questions here. Who would be your sidekick if you were a superhero? Superman. Superman would be my sidekick. Um, some of these questions are the same, so I'm trying to scroll through some of them. What food can't you stand? I don't care much for grits. I don't like grits. Even though I'm in the South, I don't like grits. Are you religious? No. That's a crazy question. Are you religious? No. Um, because you can have religion. I have a relationship. I am a pastor of a church, Salvation Assembly. You can also find that on YouTube as well and Facebook. But Salvation Assembly, I'm a pastor of a church. I don't have religion or a religious. I am a Christian. I am born again, set apart, delivered for the kingdom, for Him. I have a relationship, personal relationship with Jesus Christ, the Son of God. So I don't really say I'm religious. You can be religious and still split, and I'm not trying to preach, but you can be religious and still split hell wide open. But to have a personal relationship with Christ, that's a different story. So that's a weird way of maybe answering that question. What is your favorite type of car? Well, right now my favorite type of car was a Dodge Durango. I had that when it had over 300 and some thousand miles, pushing 400,000. Loved that thing. Okay. So, um, hope that answered some of your questions there. Um, as far as a little bit about me, I will say this though. I did get a question in from a YouTuber, Toastrel Jr., who wanted to know that because I was in my 30s, how come I didn't spend time with my kids? Well, I want to expound on a little bit on that. I have no biological kids of my own. I am in my 30s. I'm about 35, going on 36. I have no biological kids of my own. So that's one that answers that part. Um, my wife streams with me, so me and her play games together. She's a gamer. Now, I will say this, however. I do have two wonderful stepkids. I have a stepdaughter and a stepson. My stepdaughter just recently got married to a great man, uh, and they're doing well. They're doing fine. They actually come to church with us. I'm their pastor. Well, me and my wife, we co-pastor together, so we're their pastor. I have a wonderful stepson who has a wonderful job, and he likes to play video games too. Sometimes you'll see him from time to time. Um, his name is Warrior for Honor, so anytime you see a video with Warrior for Honor in it, that's my stepson, and he plays video games with us, and he goes to the church with us too. So I have a pretty close family. So they were curious, Toastal Jr. was, because um, I have all this time to be able to stream for an hour and not having to watch kids, and that's why I don't have any young kids of young age. Uh, my kids are my stepkids. I call them my kids. My kids are technically fully grown. My stepson's got a job. He's working. He's making a living. And my um, stepdaughter's doing the same thing. She's working. She's married, and she's doing really well for herself. So that's why I have all the time that I can to stream in the evenings. Hope that answers your question, um, Toaster Jr., on that particular thing, on that particular question. So yeah, um, those are just some questions that some people wanted to know some answers to. So I thought I'd just kind of pop on here and answer a few questions. Um, would you like to be famous? No, not really. I wouldn't want to be in that limelight like that. Um, do you like scary movies? Absolutely not. Those things scare me. Um, yeah, some of these questions here are just kind of self-explanatory, realistically. Let me see if I can find anything else. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. Do I eat meat? Yes, of course I eat meat. Not very much of it, though. If I do, it has to be like chicken or turkey or something like that. I'm not big on red meat. Favorite animal would be a polar bear. Furthest you've ever been away from home? Um, New York. I've been to New York, so that's probably the farthest I've been away from home. Let me rephrase that. New York State. I've not been to New York City, but New York State. Film do you love the most? Of course, is Godzilla. Hands down. Why am I recording this video today would be because I am trying to answer some questions from some of the viewers that you might have, and that's why I'm doing this video. What is your channel going to be about? Video games, pretty much. That's what we're going to have here, is video games. You're going to see a lot of video game streaming going on, and some taste testings. We have some taste testing videos as well. Or by starting the channel for the money? No, but donations are welcome through Cash App, and they are non-refundable. It's at the bottom of the screen right down there. Are you used to speak? Are you used to speaking to a camera? Well, if you notice, I can't hardly look at the camera because I want to look at the TV screen rather than the camera. So I'd probably say no, not really. But I have been in front of the camera before a lot, especially on Sundays when we stream our services. How often do you plan to publish videos? Whenever I have free time. Being a full-time pastor and things like that takes up. So it'll be whenever I have the time to do so. That's when I'll publish it. Why should people follow your channel? If they like gaming and they like different content, I would say come on. I stream in short bursts of about an hour piece, and I know some people say, well, that's 2 or 3 hours worth, but I do short bursts of hours because it's just easier and the retention is there a lot longer than, say, somebody streaming for 3 hours, I have found. What was your childhood nickname? Preacher Man. Even when I was in school, it was Preacher Man. I'm just looking through. That's why I'm taking. Just give me a second. I'm going through these questions here. Some of them are repeats. Yeah, a lot of these are repeats. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. So I hope that you have gotten something out of it. This is the purpose of being here. Purpose for being a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer is because I just enjoy it. And no, I don't hope to get famous. I'm not looking at it for that. I'm just doing it because I enjoy this and I want to bring you along the journey with me. So, pretty much that's pretty much all it is about me. And like I said, there'll be some more times when I'll do some Q&A questions, but those are the ones I answered for right now. I will say this: I want to say thank you to you, the viewer, for staying with me. If you haven't already, send in some more of your questions, and I'll try to do another one of these Q&A sessions later on down the road. Again, I am married to a lovely wife, Mudn-Witya, who plays video games with me, and that's her gamer tag. Doesn't matter what her real name is. Not that I'm ashamed of it, but I know how people are. That's why I'm Hot with Ale or Pastor Holt. It doesn't matter what my full name really is. Just enjoy what you see here, the content. Probably be playing some Red Dead here in a little while myself with her. Facebook, you can find me there. The Holt Network is down here at the bottom of the screen. Twitter, YouTube, and right here on Twitch. Make sure to follow me right here. It's Holt Network, and subscribe to all of it and like it so that way you'll know when I go live with new content. And again, all donations are welcome through Cash App at the information here on the bottom of the screen, and it is non-refundable. So please make sure before you send your donations that it is non-refundable, and this will help keep the streamers doing what we're doing. So again, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have a question and it didn't get answered today through all the list of questions that I had, please be sure to message me and send me some questions, and I'll try to answer them in a later video on questions and answer sessions here with Hot with Ale. Thank you so much, folks, and as always, I will catch you all. I'll catch you all later.